Come on in. Good morning and welcome to Transwest Truck Trailer RV, coming to you live from the 2023 dealer meeting here in Colorado Springs at the beautiful Broadmoor. Today we are going to be touring a 2024 King Aire. I am so excited to be here and to bring this to you. We've been here for the last 2 days ordering all of our incoming 2024 product, and we're so honored that we were able to come in and give you a preview of these fantastic new colors and paint schemes that Newmar's come out with us for this year. As usual, I like to start my videos from the inside out, so please go ahead, Avon, and take her on back. So today we are looking at one of my favorite floor plans. This is a 4596. This is the pantry model floor plan, and I've got some friends who are looking at purchasing one, and one of the things they really love is the Tuscan maple hardwood diamond gloss finish, and that is what you're seeing here. So thank you so much for tuning in. I can't wait for you to see this vehicle clad in the cabinets that you've been dreaming of. Now, I know we were thinking of a beige interior, but this gray interior is really decadent. So let's start off with some of the differentiations. As you'll see, standard, we'll have these marble floors. So this will be a standard feature throughout all of our color schemes. But as we go through different colors, there's 3 different choices for the chevron pattern that you see here in the shower. There is a bronze color. This is the silver, and then there's also a gold. Now you'll note that in this floor plan, we still have a very spacious shower. We have a fantastic rain head overhead. This German company makes a very, very modern, very, very nice state-of-the-art wand as well. We have the Aquamizer shower system, which of course will help you to conserve your gray water. And then we also have our teak bench, which looks really nice in this coach. Honestly, that little bit of warmth just really pops that tile. And then above that, we have our conditioner, shampoo, and body wash dispenser. Another thing that I love about this shower is the fact that there are towel racks right here on the outside. So if you need to open the door and grab your towel, you just reach around. You've got 2 available locations to have your towels waiting for you. And I think that that's just a nice feature to have. I don't have that in my Superstar, so I've got to be kind of creative about where I put them. Makes it just a little bit easier to get ready in the morning. Another great feature about this coach, take a look at this cabinet. Isn't this scrumptious? I love it when you open these cabinet doors, automatically the lighting comes in and it's actually from the hanging rack. So that will illuminate all of the clothing that you have. So if you open up and maybe create a little part in your clothing rack, you'll be able to see the color of that shirt, exactly what it is that you're looking at, and be able to get ready for the day, making sure that of course you're all to the nines. Now down here, you'll see we've got our full extension, soft closed dovetail drawers. So all you've got to do is just gently tap these in, nice soft close. You'll also note that we have a 110 outlet here and then 2 additional drawers. I love these nice shallow long drawers where you can keep lots of stuff, and then a little bit deeper drawer down below, maybe for some cosmetics. And then a ton of great storage space here underneath for your towels and linens. But most scrumptious is going to be this pounded metal sink. And you'll note that in 2021, when they were able to change out these batteries, they saved 700 pounds, and they spent that on this fantastic granite. So beautiful granite countertops, and also lighting control here in one panel. So very easy to access your lighting control. But look at the size of this medicine cabinet. Even though we're using one of those for the storage for your lighting control, you have just an ample amount of storage here in this medicine cabinet. And one of the nicest features about this, of course, is that backlighting is built into the mirror, giving you that great illumination. Now you'll note when we go up above this, you'll see this ostrich ceiling. So this is a really nice, just subtle feature, but it's also illuminating what we have in this coach, which is considered the cathedral ceiling. So that little rounded cathedral ceiling gives you so much more height in this coach. Now they did do in 2021 a number of things to actually increase the height of this coach. Avon, go ahead. There's a cedar lined closet back here with your safe. I love the dark paneling in the closet here. I think that it just really adds to the decadence, and of course that is reflective of this wood color. Again, this Tuscan wood is so gorgeous, and honestly I think under ordered. This is Certainly a color that other people would certainly like. A great little place just to keep some extra toilet paper and amenities. Now here in your Lamborghini, you can see how they've engineered your leather with this backlighting on top underneath your fabric Lamborghini, and it's just so nice. As you also note, you see the square aluminum surround. This is going to be a reflection of our bonded windows. So these windows allow us to have a much quieter ride going down the road, and also a much larger window in every area in the coach. Now you can unlock this door, open this up, and you could always get to your laundry. So if you wanted to bring things out and put them through, very easy access for not only entry, but also at the end of your trip, just going ahead and taking the things out and getting the coach ready to winterize. Now here you'll see we've got our nice Dometic porcelain potty as well, and then our toilet paper roll and our Dometic right here. This panel on top is to access your washer and dryer, and the washer and dryer is certainly worth mentioning. We went to a Samsung. What we've been really working with is trying to find a washer and dryer that would give us the type of heat that we need to have quick drying. So this is a brand new washer and dryer for 2023, and as you'll see, it's got a really large capacity. So really, really big washer and dryer, really nice feature controls where you've got several cycles to choose from, and we're really excited to bring you a washer and dryer that will dry maybe a little more efficiently for you. So as we exit through this portway into the bedroom, I want to just point out, I love this wallpaper. This is a new wallpaper for 2024. It is so classy. And then before we go, I just want to show you this fantastic mirror. Hey, Avin, how's it going? We've got our great cameraman here. Avin's usually behind the computer screen. He has been here for the last 2 days shooting videos with me, and we have had so much fun seeing this new product. Now, a lot of these things that you'll note are carried over from our previous model years. So for instance, you can have these cabinets over the bed, or you could order this bed set without the cabinets above. But I think it's a great place for storage. There are blinds that come down. They're traditional looking blinds, as well as a ton of storage up above. This beautiful lighting feature that you have, giving you that illumination of your bedroom. And then also you'll note you've got your reading lights that are down a little bit lower because of this cabinet. So I am a fan of the cabinets. There's two 110 outlets, and then there are little grommets that you can run through, having access to your power cords. And I say this every time, Kim, I'm so sorry to be taking your decorations apart, but I just want to show under this bed. Oh my gosh, I am not a waitress by trade. There we go. Okay, we made it, folks. This is coming to you live, by the way. These are not rehearsed, pre-shot, cut, edited, and mixed. Go ahead, Avin, just show on either side of this bed. If we can show on the left here, you can show that there's a 110 outlet actually mounted to the exterior side of the bed underneath. So that's a great place to keep a CPAP machine. So for those of you who use a CPAP machine, I've heard doctors recommend that you do not keep that above your heart level. So I love that little feature. And then another nice feature, of course, is that we have our outlets here in the water, I call it the water closet. That's where you keep your water bottles. And then I'm just going to quickly move this orchid, and you can see there's a wireless charging port on top of that nightstand as well. So outlets in, there's a little slit so you can run your cords through, and then a wireless charging dock on top, so you don't need to do that. If you don't want to, you can just put your phone down and go to sleep. These wall sconces have been with us since 2021. Please, if you haven't looked at a 2021 King Air or 22 or 23, as they are the last year that we'll have these in 24, I have to tell you, it's one of my favorite features. And I encourage you, as we go through these models, when things change, you can't get them back. And this is a really decadent, fantastic coach. We've had so much success with it. There's a ton of storage here. You've got your 50-inch TV here in the bedroom. This is the largest television available in the bedroom in any of our Newmar products. I also love these push to release power outlets that you'll find throughout the coach. And I love this little small drawer, giving you just a place to keep your wallet, maybe some earrings, and then you've got these nice larger drawers. And of course down below we have our fireplace. So really decadent, a bedroom setting here in this RV. This window does open, so in the bonded window coaches, it is tricky. There are a few windows that do open. This opens and there's a screen, so you could actually have full ventilation in this coach. And that is just reminiscent of the feedback that we had in our initial models. People want windows that open, so it's nice that you can get that fresh air in the coach here. Now also, you'll take a look at this screen. Look at this big, beautiful, bright screen. You've got all of your control for your 3-zone floor heat. You can set your coach mode here. You can operate your shades in your bedroom and your dining room. Everything is right here at the touch of a button. And keep in mind, this is also part of your My Rosie app. You can remotely turn your coach on and get it ready for you while you're getting ready to go camping. So if you've got this in storage and you have Wi-Fi, you can actually prime your coach before you hit the road. Now, I want to talk a little bit about your battery power in this coach. I know we mentioned it earlier, but one of the things that is so nice about the 2021 and forward Newmar King Airs is that we left our 16 batteries behind. We had a 16 battery pack. Yes, 16 AGM battery pack that we had underneath the coach. And in 2021, we launched a dual bank battery pack that boasts 2,520 amp hours of battery storage, which is insane. You know, going from 1,600 amp hours of battery pack to 2,520 is a huge difference. We also were able to shed 700 pounds. And what happened when we went to that amperage and that battery storage is we were able to add a second inverter. That second 3,000 watt inverter allowed us also, with that power bank, to be able to run 2 air conditioners on this coach. So you have 3 air conditioners in this coach. You've got one in this beautiful featureless ceiling where you don't notice anything except for the design. And then you've got another 2 in the front. Now this rear air conditioner is a 15,000 BTU air conditioner, and it can also operate your heat pumps. This is an all-electric coach. It also is run on hydronic heat, so you have heat pumps, you have hydronic heat coming in through these little vents that you'll see throughout the coach. There's one right behind you, Avin, if you don't mind just showing that. Right down below that smoky window or smoky mirror. So that's one of your hydronic heat vents. And what's nice about that is it's nice, quiet heat, and it's operating by running a tube of liquid under the coach and pushing warm air through those vents. So the heat pumps only work to a certain temperature. What's amazing about this RV, with having the heat pumps, having the hydronic heat, and then the heated floors, you can take this into really cool climates, which is amazing. Now, all of that being said, we know what happens when we're in cool climates. We need to have a pantry to keep all of the hot chocolate and to be able to get our toaster ready. So to my friends that are looking at this floor plan and at this color combination, I think we were thinking maybe beige for the couches, not the gray, but take a look. We were talking about this earlier. What a nice place to be able to put your toaster in place, have your little blender out to make your smoothies in the morning. You could keep your nice coffee pot here. Lots of over cabinet storage as well. And it's funny, you know, it's all about perspective. To me, this looks like a tiny pantry because I've got a big pantry at home. But to a lot of people, especially those of us who have RVs, this is so much usable space. It is so decadent, and it is so nice to have all of this great space, you know, being able to keep your coffee mugs out, you know, coming in. Take a look at all of this under cabinet storage. This is just amazing, and this is what makes this the best coach for somebody who wants to have all the amenities of home in their RV. Now, Avin, I'm going to ask you to do one more because there is just, I know it's hard to believe, but there's another cabinet. So let's do that. And that's right here. So here's your last cabinet. I mean, that is an amazing amount of storage underneath this coach. Now, tune in again, of course, in a few months when these units actually start to arrive at our dealerships, and I'll have a measuring tape for you to give you an idea of just how much space we're looking at. But for the time being, this is a really nice sneak peek at all of the space that's available in this RV. Now, I do know that our organization has put a bid to own this coach, so we should be able to have this available to you for sale at the end of its use for the auto shows. So just keep that in mind. This is something that you could take advantage of currently. Look at this lovely center bath. So in a bath and a half model, one of the nice features that you have is that you have the center bathroom for everybody to use, but also this has the built-in mirror. It has the fantastic counter space. And then of course your porcelain commode can act not only as a place, you know, to do your business, but also to do your makeup. This is, I love the way Kim has decorated this with the makeup brushes in the bathroom. I think that that's really important to understand, that this is a great center location for everybody to be able to use to get ready in the morning, so that if you do have these doors drawn, I love this beautiful decorative inlay that they have here, but if you do have these closed and you want to get a little shut-eye sleep in, while your husband gets up and makes you coffee, he's got his own office up front. Now here in the center, we've got our central vac. And also this is the place that we would attach any of the hoses that we have to vacuum the coach. And then above that, going up, we have another control panel. Now, of course, why is that important? Because if you need to come in and you want to operate something and you don't want to use your My Rosie app and you just want to be able to touch it on the screen, it's nice that you don't have to come into the bedroom or go find the Samsung tablet. You can just go ahead and operate this from your other control panel. It's also eliminated the need to have a control panel above the driver's seat, which is a much more convenient place here in the center of the coach. Now, if you look to the left, we have one of the things that really differentiates this product from anything else in our product line. This is the Viking refrigerator. This is a decadent refrigerator. It is so beautiful. It has all of your digital displays on your door. Great amount of meat and cheese storage as well. I love these cheese drawers. I love the vegetable drawers. So this is fantastic. Now we have a water filter up here for your ice tray. But keep in mind, this coach has a UV treated water system. So not only do we have a whole house filter, but we also have a whole house filter that's actually filtering your water and treating it with UV light. So really great coach for those of us who want to maybe get a little more coastal, down into the Baja region, on vacation where the water may not be as good. So that Viking is paired, of course. I don't know if this will work. A lot of the things that we have at the auto show are, oh, that one's not limited. A lot of things are limited, so we've got to be careful when we show through here. But so you've got your other Viking appliance right here. So of course this is a beautiful convection and microwave oven, very deep. Newmar doesn't make a small one, so it's not any larger or smaller than anything else. But of course it's got a lot more feature controls, a little higher end than everything else that we carry in our traditional lines. One of the most exciting features about this coach is that it has our wine storage. So this Sub-Zero wine refrigerator, oh, it's locked. I'm not going to be able to unlock it. So the Sub-Zero wine refrigerator is actually programmable, and you have an optional coffee maker that you can have in this place. But as you can see, and I know that the two of you that was mentioning that we're looking at ordering this model, we're hoping to have it just like this. Look at the amount of counter space that you gain by having no coffee maker here. So as I mentioned earlier, plenty of room to put your coffee maker in your pantry or even out here. And then you can have this great place maybe to put your higher end aperitifs and after dinner drinks, bottles of wine out there on the counter. And then of course you have this fantastic storage above this area. So this is a really great move by Newmar. I'm so proud of them for engineering and coming up with a coach that offers even more panache and luxury than those in the past, because honestly, they've already set the bar so high. It's amazing that they can continue to do that with these RVs. As you can see here, there are a lot of remotes. When you have a King Air, your remotes just look sexier. I mean, that's just part of the package. And they're also a little more slender. So very cool feature there. You'll note that you'll see things like this Bose remote. You've got a really fantastic sound bar in this coach. The audio in this coach is just amazing. I wonder if I can do this. Oh, good. Most of my dishwashers have been locked for me. So it's nice to be able to see this Fisher Paykel open. And then here's another hydronic vent down below just to show you where that heating is coming from. I love the stainless steel front mount sink. So this farm style sink is so beautiful. Again, showing off all of the real granite that we have in this coach. And then this marbled backsplash that you see will also be consecutive throughout the product line and available in either silver or gold. So this is beautiful. You also have, again, a lot of these nice touch to release power outlets here. So you've got plenty of power in the coach, but it's very nice and concealed. A ton of storage here. I love that they matched this in black. This is so cool. So I hope the two of you that are tuned into these cabinets are really enjoying this presentation, because this is just something, I mean, everywhere I look around this coach, I'm just really in awe of what a great job they've done. I love the faucet here. And as I mentioned, this is the Wickham decor, which is replacing what we had called Voluto before. It's got a really, really nice gray marble countertop, and I think it really is offset very well by all of the stainless throughout this coach. Now our last appliance that is going to be, again, state-of-the-art and one of our highest end aspects is our Wolf induction cooktop. And the funny thing is, you'd think, oh well, surely this doesn't have a cutting board on the back of it, and it does. And as I've mentioned in several of my videos, I would highly recommend ordering a second cutting board when you order your coach, so that you can go ahead and make full use of one. Because I wouldn't want to have to sell a coach with a cutting board that had a bunch of cut marks on here, so I'd probably have an extra one in my pocket. But I mean, look at how much space you have here. If you're not cooking yet and you don't need your cooktop, you have a huge countertop. I mean, this is highly residential, and in a coach that offers so much pantry and storage space, you could really go out for 2 or 3 weeks, be fully stocked, and have just a great time without having to go back into town to go to the store. And of course, with the fact that this has got a 12.5 kilowatt generator, those 2 lithium ion battery packs, the ability to run AC when you're off grid, you can really get off the beaten path with this coach and go places that a lot of people don't have access to because they need to be plugged in. They have to run air conditioning. You can do all of that with this RV, which I think is so fantastic. Now, as we look over here to the left, this is one of the reasons that this coach was so revolutionary to us in 2021, and it continues to be one of the reasons that you really should consider the King Aire. Look at the size of the windows in this living room. I mean, this is so beautiful. So as you can see here, we have our Euro booth. This is a fully extendable Euro booth. I know you saw those table leaves and the chairs in the back. Ooh. One of these days I'm going to knock over those mojitos. But this comes way out. So this is a lot of extra space. And one of the things I think that's so nice about this couch is the way that these cushions are orchestrated. They are very slender. So you can actually get all the way in here to the far right, and you would have enough room for probably 2 people on this side and 3 on this side. And the reason I say 2 and 3 is because, as you'll note, this is graduated. I won't be able to show you this coach with the slides closed, but this coach actually has really good walking space through the center when the slides are in because of the design of this table. And typically it'll be 2 or 3 people having breakfast at a time. If there's a 4th person, you can just bring the chair out and have a 4th person here without even putting in the extra leaves. Now, as you can see here, I talk about this all the time. One of my favorite features on these dinettes is that we have this buffet area where you can keep your salt and pepper, where you can keep your, we do a lot of the French press coffee in the morning. So this is just a really nice setup, and I love the way that you've got this beautiful underlighting. And again, you're gonna see that throughout the coach. So if you look at this, I don't know, you can see in the reflection even how the underlighting goes behind the Lambrequins, and then also in the front of the second layer of the Lambrequins as well. And then over here on the left, we have a USB, 2 USBs and 2 110 outlets. So if you do have to get a little work done while you're on the road, this can also be a very nice office. And you'll note that we replaced our clock with this beautiful inset mirror on the wall, just giving you all that much more space. It's bringing a little more dimension into the coach, if you will, giving you a little more feeling of room. Now here, of course, we have our fantastic theater seating. Now these seats vibrate, they're also heated, and then you've got this nice illumination for your cup holders, great storage underneath with 2 110 outlets and with USB ports in the center console. And please note that this is a full leather finish. So Williamsburg makes Williamsburg makes the furniture for this coach for us in Napanee, Indiana. And this is a really decadent feature. Most of our leathers, of course, are synthetic. This is authentic and real leather. And it's just got some beautiful top stitching on details on the corners. And then, of course, what's so nice about this is a trifold. So I have a bed across the way. I've got my my great recliners as well. I've got my 50-inch 8K smart TV with my integrated Bose soundbar here above. And then again, we just have all of these outlets everywhere. So if you've got the grands in town and they want to be able to plug into the USB port or plug into 110, all of that's right there at the touch of a button on either side of this coach. There's another two 110 outlets here with two more USB chargers. And then take a look, once again, the ostrich line ceiling with this beautiful inset LED lighting, your individual reading lights as well. I mean, really, really nice lighting throughout the coach. I love the suede lambrequin that they've put throughout this RV. Really, really sweet. It's subtle. This is panache. This is class. This is decadence, but it's also not gaudy. They've done such a good job in keeping this coach classy, and that's such an important thing to a lot of our consumers. Now you will see over here we've got our HWH computer and hydraulic leveling jack system. So this HWH system is powering your slides. That's what allows us to have the all-tile floors, the Moore floor. And it's also powering our step, which we won't have deployed today. And then, of course, our leveling jack system. We've got our Allison transmission, all of our controls for our tag and engine brake. And then Spartan in 2023 came out with a few extra buttons down here, just giving us all that more control of our lighting and sound system at the touch of a button. On the left here, we've got, of course, our power window, for instance, access to the air horn, your CURT Spectrum integrated brake, power mirrors, heated mirrors, a wireless charging dock, programmable seats, memory programmable seats, and then above, this is where we got really cool in 2024. So one of the nicest features, and this is due to customer feedback, if you have a system like this, going below 10% in your batteries is, you don't want to go to zero in a lithium ion battery. You want to stay at least 10%, but definitely not to zero. So at 10%, the batteries will automatically turn off. Now you can have your auto gen set separately so that the generator goes on, but if for some reason it doesn't and the batteries go off, you can then come here and reset both of those lithium ion battery banks from inside of the coach, not outside underneath the coach in the pouring rain. Inside the coach, and that will give you a little extra time to figure out how to get your generator up and running, how to get plugged into 50 amp, and how to get everything flowing again. So again, this little interior set of buttons is a really nice update for 2024. Super cool feature. And then of course we've got our Girard awnings. You've got different light colors that you can put outside on your patio. We've got our wireless antenna, and then we have our 4 110 flat panels up on top of this roof. Now this coach is going to have a length of 44 feet 10 inches, so nice big coach. Look at how classy that looks. And so I love it when people say, well, why don't they make the cabinets full size? Well, that's where you have all of your shades, right? So they're all tucked up behind there, but they still make use of that space above it. Why not use it? But you would never know that they are different size because of the way they're integrated. Another 43-inch smart TV. This is a great place for a baseball cap. Or an umbrella, I think. And then also above here, some more cabinets with your awning controls in there. Now one of my favorite features of this coach is this sliding screen door. I think this is just so fantastic. It's absolutely seamless. It's magnetic, it sticks to the door. You can have the door completely open and have all the fresh air coming through. Another nice feature of this coach is going to be the covered stepwell. So there's a power covered stepwell here that you can deploy to keep you from having, you don't want your fluffy white dog to fall down the stairs. So you put that out, keep them safe. You can also close it and put your cat underneath. No, I'm just kidding. I love cats. Does that sound sincere? I think, well, yeah, anyhow. So we have a lot of people with kitties in RVs for sure. So I love these two drawers. This is just a nice feature to be able to keep your wallet and sunglasses underneath. You've got all of your visor controls here. And then here you're also going to have your overhead camera, so your 360 overhead camera. You're also going to have your Nav and Go navigation system here. So you can have navigation, radio, you could be streaming your own Bluetooth, whatever you'd like to do here, and then still have that rear view camera on while you're going down the road. And then that overhead camera, so if you really want to hit that picnic table, you can aim right for it and make sure you're accurate every single time. You've got your leather wrapped dash with your top stitching, a heated steering wheel as well, heated seats as well, which is worth mentioning. You can also start your generator here. You can turn your courtesy lights on and off right here. You've got your climate control as well. And then these are not only seats that turn around and that have full recliners, they're also massaging, they're also heated, and they're also really, really decadent. I love this inlay. And then, I don't know, Avin, if you can get around and take a look at the queen seat here. We have, everybody deserves a crown, right? Oh, and then I did do that. I put my little cell phone over here so I wouldn't forget. I keep forgetting on these videos to shoot. Here is the wireless charging dock, a nice little cup holder, heat controls. Oh shit, we lost the camera. Another bonded window that is available to open. So if you're going down the road and you want that nice fresh air coming off the pine trees while you're driving down the road, you've got the availability of that right here as well. We're gonna go ahead and make our way out. On the way out, it's worth mentioning, this is where you would turn off your house batteries. This is your lock and unlock for your bay doors. Now, one of the nice features, of course, with the King Aire is that you have those push button release basement doors, which we just absolutely love. And I'm sad that we can't show you our great staircase here, but that's okay. I also wanted to talk a little bit about, this is the Cora graphics. So King Aire has different graphics available every year. This is Cora. This really ties in very nicely with those dark cabinets and that gray interior. So this is a really good pairing. You also note that we have our radar here. So for your lane tracking package, you have 3 of these down the length of the coach. So these are going to let you know if there's someone in your blind spot. That will display up here. There's a little triangle, of course. We've got a little triangle here, we've got our turn signal, and then we've got our side view camera so that if we're changing lanes, we can see to the right or left of us. So all of those are integrated here. In 2023, we came out with a new lighting system. These are going to be auto dimming, but also these are going to be brighter at night and easier to see. And I love the way that the King Aire has this beautiful decadent front end cap without having any windshield wipers. They are tucked in underneath here. And when you pop this out, this slides out front. This is holding a 12.5 kilowatt generator. So that is so handy for anybody who's looking for that extra power. It's all here underneath the hood, which means if you have your generator on, maybe you are going to be running your AC all day off of battery and you want to run your generator at night, you can run your generator and you won't hear that while you're sleeping, which is so nice. Now we have our keypad entry here, as well as our doorbell, our illumination, but you'll notice there's also a camera here. This coach does come with a security system, and this camera here would let you know who's ringing that doorbell. You can look at them before they come in. We've dropped down from a 200-gallon fuel capacity in 2022 to 165. As you can see, the fuel tank is covered in blue plastic tape. Again, we are here in Colorado Springs at the beautiful Broadmoor inside. I had no idea that we would be able to have the luxury of such a nice place to shoot these videos. So take a look at that. So what's so nice about this, by positioning the Dometic refrigerator further back, you have this full, huge cabinet underneath. And that's a really tall cabinet space. And then again, these are those nice, soft, push-to-release doors. There is a latch underneath, so if, for instance, you don't have power, you can still open these. If you don't have power, though, you'd have a harder time doing this. Look at that. I love these easy glides. And then one of the introductions of this shelf above has really been very monumentally changing for people who are trying to load their coach. It's always nice to have something to a place to put something down without having to put it on the ground when you're trying to get ready to go. Oh, and Avin, look at that porcelain tile. Isn't that beautiful? That wood grain porcelain tile is so pretty. So all of these slides will come out to 60% so that they're easy to load. And I'm going to see if I can show us in this next one. I'd love to look at the STAR Foundation, which stands for strong, true, and robust. So if you see this V-shaped square tubular metal here, the steel that they've got going from the top to the bottom, that is what is actually creating the foundation of this coach. So this is built on the Spartan K3 chassis. The reason that is the K3 chassis has been highly renowned as being the best chassis manufactured by Spartan. They do have a K4, but only one manufacturer uses that. As we all know, just because it's got a bigger number doesn't mean it's a better chassis. And after review, Newmar went back to this K3. But on that Spartan chassis, by taking that subfloor, raising this coach up off of the chassis rail, and then taking the heavy weight of these hydraulic slides and putting it towards the center of the coach, you have a much, much lower center of gravity. And if those of you that like to drive know that center of gravity is what gives you that good performance going around those turns, this coach is a beast in the mountains. At 605 horsepower, 1,950 foot-pounds of torque, 20,000 pound towing capacity, you really have everything that you need to be very agile going up those mountain passes. So as I mentioned earlier, they've moved this Dometic into the sideways facing slide. What's nice about it is it's not encumbered by any exterior slide. You've got access to your road vac. But if you look behind here, you'll see this is the largest hydronic system that you'll see throughout our videos. So this hydronic system, it's the Oasis, is an 85,000 BTU boiler system. This is getting your water really hot and keeping your coach really, really warm. So that's pretty awesome. We are going to have an opportunity to see the front side of that on the other side of the coach, but because of the fact that the slides are out, it's a little more difficult, so I thought I'd take an opportunity to show that to you here. Of course, what do we all need when we're camping? A really nice margarita setup, top shelf, mixers, everything you need right here in the center, or I guess you could use it for tire shine and bug spray. Whatever you're happening to want to use it for would be fine. And this is the magic door. This is where all the power comes from. This is where we have our Magnum inverters and our lithium ion battery banks. Again, that's 2,520 amp hours of storage in these two banks of batteries that replaced our 16 AGM batteries in our 2020 model. So again, this is a really huge benefit. Over the years, we've come up with a cooling and ventilation system for this because it does get warm. But I'll tell you, Newmar is really fantastic at engineering solutions when they're necessary. Of course, in 2021, we increased our tag axle capacity to 17% on the Spartan chassis. So this forward pushing wheel is going to mirror the front wheel, but your actual turning radius is from here because this wheel can pivot and turn up to 17 degrees, giving you a very small turning radius on this coach. It's very easy to park. Here in this second to last bay, we have our DEF tank. And then also this is where you can air up any of your airbags. So if you get too low, your bags aren't reading, you can come out here with just a little air pump, get some air in those bags until they start reading, and then you can get them filled up again. Again, just much more, Spartan is so good at making things easy to use. Here are your chassis batteries. As you can see, there's blue tape on top of everything. I don't know if I can open, I doubt. Well, let's try it though. Nope. Can't do it. I can't open the engine cover on any of these, it seems. It must be something to do with the show because I've had trouble with all of them. But underneath here, you've got your ISX, again, K3 chassis, 605 horsepower, 20,000 pound towing capacity, fully integrated Voyager camera system. You also have your airline pre-integrated. I love the back end of this beast. She is so beautiful, so prominent going down the road. Very tall and proud. Newmar at the top, King Aire in big letters right across the back. No one will wonder what you're driving. Everybody will be very impressed with the stature of this coach coming in. Little details like the smoked taillights are just really just lovely. And then even these little small integrated brake lights throughout. You'll see there's actually one up here as well. So all of this special attention to lights and illumination, of course, plays into the part that Newmar understands and knows people really like to have good performance and good aesthetics when they're going down the road. A huge side radiator, of course, we mentioned earlier, your egress door, and then another fill station for your DEF, so at whatever side of the coach it happens to be on, it'll be convenient. You've got your Alcoa rims. If you'd like to store a gravity hose, maybe even some towels and rags and some gloves for your DEF tank, this is a great place to be able to keep those. So I like that about this coach for sure. Another great feature is going to be the fact that you've got these docking lights throughout the coach. So this is going to very clearly provide illumination to you if you're down here on the side of the coach. So you won't be blocking the light because you won't be standing in front of it. I'm going to open both of these. So this is just the other side of our lithium-ion battery pack. So you can hear that bad boy humming right now. Like I said, this has really revolutionized where you can go in your RV in style, class, and comfort. Of course, the Mana Block system is certainly worth mentioning. It's here underneath. Look at those beautiful LED lights inlaid at the top. Easy access and visibility, even when it's dark, like it is here in the side of the coach. And then we've got our water bay, or our water hose is on a power reel as well. Oh, sorry. There we go. On a power reel as well. And then we have our SantaCon system making that hose just much more small. You've got a water filter here. So there's a water filter in your refrigerator for your ice, and for your water dispenser, you've got one here, but you also have another water filter at the front of the coach. So keep that in mind. We'll go ahead and open this bay. Everything is nice, hidden away, very classy. And then also we've got our digital tank readout right here, and then our hot water spigot as well. And then we got our hot water and cold water shower as well underneath. I was mentioning to Avon yesterday, I think we should campaign to Andrew that we can have carpet lining on all of our pads, and they can all be indoors so I can crawl around on the floor and show you all of these bays. It's so convenient. So you've got your 50-foot power cord here on a power reel. You've got your surge protector. There's your little buddy plug as well. That's an optional feature. Typically we order everything that you can get on these coaches when they come in. It really comes down to whether or not you're looking for theater seats and what colors you like. For the most part, there's almost everything that's important is standard. The rest of it just comes down to preferences. And then of course, this is another great feature. As you can see, when I open this door, it looks like, oh gosh, is that going to be hard to get to? No, not at all. If you're camping and you need to get to something, just pull out your Easy Glide slide. This will hold up to 1,000 pounds. And again, these go out to 60% in either direction, giving you access. I mean, that's like real access. You can really get to the center of the slide here from outside underneath this huge full wall slide. And when I say huge full wall slide, I am not kidding. Okay, so I mentioned this in some of my videos. I do like the manual trays because they're a little quicker to deploy. And I guess that's only during video time, I think. Okay, one more. Another easy access slide tray. This will come out to that same length. And then in this bay here, this is a really nice feature. So Avon and I were kind of discussing how we were going to film around this pillar, but I can open the door without it hitting, which is great. Up here on the left-hand side, that is your UV treatment center for your water. So if you are going to a place that might have water that needs a little extra cleaning, that will happen right there. Of course, you've got your squeegee for the front windshield, which you get, for instance, in a London Aire. But take a look. You get a power washer here in this front bay for your King Air. Really easy to make sure you get your bugs and all of the debris off of your front of your coach after your ride. So this is a really nice feature available only in the King Air, and certainly worth mentioning. Now I'm going to go ahead here and close this. Avon, if you want to back up, I'll meet you in the front. All right, so again, worth mentioning, Alcoa rims, giving you that quieter ride going down the road, less reverberation. And then here in this front bay, we've got the brains of the operation. This is also where you would be operating your HWH hydraulic tray slide, and that would be to deploy the slide for your 12.5 kilowatt generator as well. Some extra fuses. Again, Those blind spot monitors here, integrated lights. And then as you can see the whole way down this coach, beautiful chrome convex mirrors. Again, a lovely fascia, a fantastic paint job, a presence to be reckoned with. This is the 2024 Newmar King Aire. This is the 4596. I can't think of a better coach to get you out on the road and camping. Thank you so much for tuning in today.